Ever pondered on the question of when and how the Kaliyuga started? It's a thought that has intrigued many minds, and to understand it, we must journey back to an age when ancient texts were the guiding lights of wisdom and knowledge. Picture a time when wisdom was etched not in digital bytes but on palm leaves and parchments. It's in these texts that we find the concept of yugas, a cornerstone of ancient Hindu cosmology. Yugas, or ages, are vast stretches of time that are part of a grand cosmic cycle. Each yuga carries a specific character, marking the moral and spiritual condition of the world during its span. This grand cycle comprises 4 distinct yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Satya Yuga, often symbolized by a bull standing on all 4 legs, represents a time of truth and perfection. As we move through the cycle, the bull loses a leg during each yuga, representing the gradual decline of dharma, or righteousness. Following Satya Yuga, we have the Treta Yuga, a period of diminished virtue and increased vice. The Dvapara Yuga follows next, with vice and virtue in equal parts, leading up to the current age, Kali Yuga. In stark contrast to the Satya Yuga, Kali Yuga is often referred to as the age of darkness or ignorance. It's as if the bull of dharma is now hobbling on a single leg, with virtue at its lowest ebb. This is a time when material desires supersede spiritual pursuits and falsehood often overshadows truth. The concept of yugas and the cycle they form is fascinating, providing a unique lens to view the progression of human society and spirituality. However, the question remains, when and how did this age of ignorance, the Kaliyuga, begin? To answer that, we must delve deeper into the annals of ancient texts and wisdom. So, let's dive deeper into the origins and the start of the Kaliyuga. The transition from the Dvapara Yuga to the Kaliyuga is a fascinating tale. It's a story that weaves together ancient prophecy, royal intrigue, and the inexorable march of cosmic time. In the twilight of the Dvapara Yuga, the third age of the world according to Hindu cosmology, King Parikshit ruled over a kingdom at peace. A wise and just king, Parikshit was nevertheless not immune to the frailties of human nature. In a moment of anger, he placed a dead snake around the neck of a meditating sage, an act that brought upon him a terrible curse. The sage's son, incensed by the disrespect shown to his father, prophesied that the king would die in 7 days, bitten by the serpent Takshaka. As the 7 days passed, King Parikshit prepared for his inevitable end. He renounced his kingdom, sought spiritual enlightenment, and listened to the epic tales of the Mahabharata from the sage Shuka. His final moments were spent in deep meditation, his spirit ready to face the inevitable. At the same time, a darker force was stirring. Kali, the embodiment of Kaliyuga, sought entry into the kingdom. He was initially denied by Parikshit, who wished to protect his people from the negative influences of the forthcoming age. But with the king's impending death, Kali's entry became inevitable. On the 7th day, as foretold, the serpent Takshaka bit King Parikshit, marking the end of the king's life and the Dvapara Yuga. With his death, the protective barriers holding Kali at bay fell away, and the Kaliyuga, the age of strife, discord, and moral decline, began. The transition from Dvapara Yuga to Kaliyuga was thus marked by a royal curse, the death of a king, and the arrival of a new cosmic age. It was a time of great upheaval and change, setting the stage for the world as we know it today. And thus, the Kaliyuga began, marked by the death of King Parikshit. The dawn of Kaliyuga is associated with specific astronomical events. A time when the celestial bodies in our vast universe aligned in a particular formation, marking the beginning of a new epoch in the Hindu time cycle. Let's delve into the fascinating world of astronomy that marked the commencement of Kaliyuga. Our ancient texts, with their profound wisdom, tell us that the advent of Kaliyuga coincided with an extraordinary celestial alignment. This alignment, a rare occurrence in the cosmic dance of the planets, signaled the end of the Dvapara Yuga and the onset of Kaliyuga. The celestial bodies, as if in a choreographed ballet, moved into positions that heralded the dawn of a new era. This was not just any alignment of planets. It was a grand celestial conjunction where all 7 planets, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, were housed in one sign, the first sign of the zodiac, Aries. This grand alignment, according to our ancient seers and astronomers, was the signal of the start of Kaliyuga. This momentous event is traditionally associated with 2 major happenings on Earth. The first is the death of Lord Krishna, a significant figure in Hindu mythology. and the second is the start of the epic war of Mahabharata. The Mahabharata War, a cataclysmic event, set the stage for the descent into Kaliyuga, an era marked by strife, conflict, and the decline in human values. But when exactly did this event occur? Our ancient texts, with their incredible foresight, have given us a date. They tell us that this grand celestial alignment, marking the dawn of Kaliyuga, happened on a specific day, February 18, 3102, before the Common Era. Imagine for a moment the world on that day. Picture the awe and wonder of our ancestors as they looked up at the night sky, witnessing this rare celestial event, the planets, as if in a grand cosmic procession aligning in the first sign of the zodiac. A sight to behold, a sight marking the end of one era and the dawn of another. This alignment was not merely an astronomical event, it was a cosmic signal, a celestial message written in the language of the stars. A message that marked the transition from one era to another, from Dvapara Yuga, an age of knowledge and understanding, to Kaliyuga, an age of conflict and struggle. The alignment of the planets on this date marked the beginning of an era of struggle and conflict known as Kaliyuga. The dawn of Kaliyuga, marked by this grand celestial alignment, set the stage for the epoch we are currently living in, an epoch that continues to shape our world and our understanding of it. The Kaliyuga, though often viewed negatively, holds a significant place in Hindu philosophy. This era, the last of the four yugas or ages, is frequently associated with strife, conflict, and moral decay. Yet it is also a time of profound spiritual growth and self-realization. In the Hindu cosmological cycle, each yuga presents unique opportunities and challenges. Kaliyuga, despite its adversities, is no exception. The hardships of this age are not punishments, but rather catalysts for spiritual transformation. They serve as reminders of the transient nature of worldly pleasures and the true purpose of human life. The challenges of Kaliyuga, therefore, encourage spiritual practices and the pursuit of dharma, or righteousness. They inspire introspection, self-improvement, and the quest for inner peace. In this sense, Kaliyuga is a time of awakening, a period to recognize the divine within us and strive towards enlightenment. Another significant aspect of Kaliyuga is the concept of Kalki, the 10th and final avatar of Lord Vishnu. In Hindu philosophy, Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, incarnates on earth in various forms to restore balance and righteousness. It is prophesied that at the end of Kaliyuga, Kalki will descend to vanquish evil and usher in a new cycle of yugas. The arrival of Kalki symbolizes hope and renewal. It reassures us that no matter how dark the times may seem, there is always the promise of a new dawn, a fresh start. This belief instills courage and resilience, enabling individuals to navigate the trials of Kaliyuga with faith and determination. In conclusion, Kaliyuga, while marked by turmoil and strife, is also a period of immense spiritual growth. It is a time to delve deeper into our spiritual selves, to evolve, to learn, and to grow. It's a time to understand the impermanence of material life and realize the eternal nature of the soul. This era, though filled with turmoil, is also a time for spiritual awakening and growth. It is a time to remember that even in the darkest hour, there is always the hope of a new dawn, a promise of renewal and rebirth. So, when and how did the Kaliyuga start? Let's recap the journey we just embarked on. We ventured back to the age of ancient texts, where we discovered the concept of yugas, epochs of time in Hindu philosophy that cycle through a divine cosmic dance. We then traversed the pivotal transition from Dvapara Yuga to Kaliyuga, a period marked by a shift in human consciousness and the onset of a new era. The dawn of Kaliyuga wasn't just a simple turn of the calendar page. It was an event marked by a unique astronomical alignment, a celestial signpost that echoed the cosmic rhythms. And the significance of Kaliyuga? It's more than just an epoch. It's a philosophical concept that reflects the challenges and opportunities of our human journey, a mirror held up to our collective soul. And that, my friends, is the story of when and how the Kaliyuga began.